Hello, Factorio people. Fenton here. Factorio OVEREXPLAINED. We have a problem, a continued problem with the petroleum. It's just not there. That is causing a knock-on effect with sulfur, which is cool, and that's also causing a knock-on effect with plastic. As you can see, plastic is quite poor, which is also then having a knock-on effect for red circuits. So we're going to try and solve that with a little something I like to call, sorry, excuse me, with some coal liquefaction. Don't need this power pole, do we? That's irrelevant. In fact, no, that one's powering this. Right, okay, so I've already set up something down here for your delectation. Coal liquefaction is weird. I don't often use it. Oh, I'm stuck on a train. I don't often use it, but I feel like I should cover it because it is still a decent part of the tool set. I put a T-junction here, the standard signal layout, chain signals in between to make sure that trains can go in conflicting directions. So we're on left-hand drive, so a train can come this way and a train can come this way without causing any issues, thanks to this signalling. I also expanded the grid as well a touch more. The start to base has completely gone. It used to be here, remember, where we can put the Henlow sign down in like episode 2. Added a row on the top and the bottom, so now that the bus goes through the middle, and then there's a row of production on each side, a row for stations on each side, and an extra row just for things, just to help out a little bit. And then solar power is on this side. I kept this bit because it's 3.6 million, it's not a huge amount, but I did keep it there just because it would be a pain to go and remove all that iron ore. I feel like I could repurpose that for something else. Right, coal liquefaction. You can turn coal, as it comes out of the ground, into petroleum with a bit of steam, which is very handy because you can make steam with water and coal as well. Just run out already. You need, excuse me, just rearranging myself in my chair there. You need oil refineries. Let's plop an oil refinery down. Select the coal liquefaction. It takes some coal, some heavy oil and some steam, and it makes 90 heavy oil, 20 light oil and 10 petroleum gas. What we're going to do here with this build is we're going to turn everything into petroleum, and then with a train we're going to bring it back, and then, I don't know, probably just drop it off here and then have the train go back this way because we're on left-hand drive, and then I'll just pump it like here and add it to this pipe or something like that, just in the short term. The other option would be to rebuild this so that there's more of everything, but you can see that our crude oil supplies are running low as well. I don't think this would actually support using much more crude oil. Right, anyway. One of these processes takes 10 seconds and it uses 1 coal per second. 10 seconds. Oh no, sorry, I always do that. I've been doing that a lot recently. It takes 5 seconds and needs 10 coal. So that's 2 coal a second. And our belts are 30 items per second. So we could have 15 per belt. I've already built the 7 to 2 thing here. But we're going to need some steam as well. So let's put a boiler down. So if we did 15 of these, it would use an entire belt of coal. If we did 14 of these, it would leave, what's a whole belt? 1800, yeah. If we did 14 of these, that would leave 120 per minute to be used by the boilers. So if we did 14 of these, that would take 8,400 steam per minute, which would be just slightly more than 2 of these, so 3 is the next whole number after 2. I know that's why you come here for these tips. And that should... There's no way to use the rate calculator to do this. But I'm assuming that 3 boilers will be easily served by the remaining coal that was not being used for the liquefaction. So if I have 2 lanes of coal here, I can do that setup twice. It's going to be a big build. It's gonna be big. And I just realised now I probably haven't bought enough pipes, so that's funny. I'm gonna have to run back and get some pipes. But I can build it with the ghosts at least. The question is getting everything in properly. So obviously we're best off doing this, of course, as always. It outputs heavy oil, but it also needs heavy oil for the process, and thankfully it produces more than it takes, so you have to do some... You have to, like, loop the heavy oil back on itself, and also make sure that, you know, you've got a bit of a buffer here for it, and don't move the heavy oil on until your buffer is sorted, but we can do that with the circuit condition, so that's fine. The light oil will turn into petroleum directly. The excess heavy oil will turn into light, which will turn into petroleum. So let's get this bit built, and then we'll work out exactly how much of everything that is going to supply to. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, great, thanks. Thanks for that. At least you can see my robots going at it. Maybe I should have built it the other way. Maybe I should build it crossways. Nah, this is fine. Robots, just get rid of all of these trees. 2,400 trees just here. But you can see here the full force of the Power Armor Mark II here. Look at them go. How many was this? 11, so just another 3 more. Okay. Obviously I'm going to need more pipes, but we'll deal with that. Come on, robots, get in, get in. There we go. We also need a way to insert the coal in, and one big inserter, long-handed inserter, should be more than enough for this. I'm more than confident, because it only needs 2 per second. A long-handed inserter can do many, many more than that. Yeah. Just over half a red inserter will be fine. So that means this here will be coal in. We also need to power these bad boys. Oh, these are not in the power pole area, are they? That was not smart of me, was it? Literally one further over would have sufficed. Annoying. The reason I assume they put this recipe into the game is because there's not much need for coal in the late game. Like, if we go to FNEI here and look for coal, it makes explosives, which do go into a few military things. Grenades, plastic, obviously. Other than that, you know, there's not a huge use for it. So being able to have something to do with these 15 million coal deposits. This is actually the biggest one for quite some way, and this is 6 million, but we can't quite see everything on the map, so this one is definitely the one to do. Okay. So this, running at full tilt, would be... So you can see here that we would need 4,200 heavy oil. So we're getting a net rate of about 11,000. So the first thing we need to do is work out how many chemical plants would turn 11,000. Or possibly more. I don't know if I'm going to do this with 2 belts, whether that would be too much. But we'll see. 40 heavy oil into... Let's just use the rate calculator, shall we? Let's not faff around. I've already forgotten what the number was. It was just more than... It was more than 10. Just over 10,000, wasn't it? So this would be 9. Let's do 10 for good measure, just to be sure. Because 9 is 10,800. Yeah, we would need 10. So 10 of these. Let's put them down just so. Oh god, no, that was not the best idea, was it? 8, 9, 10. 10 of these. So then we can see how much light oil that all makes. It makes 12,360, but that's assuming that all of the machines are working full tilt. We're actually one of these is not going to be running all of the time. But we should still scale it for 12,360, which is going to be heavy oil into, light oil into petroleum, which is going to be, oh my god, 11,000. Another 13 of these. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, so let's get 10 of these down in a sensible place, in such a way that also are fed by pipes and inputs and outputs. We're also going to need to power this with the steam at some point, and I don't know exactly... what I'm doing is I'm building it all first so that I can then decide which way round I'm going to have it. I'll just make this as close as makes sense. So this was heavy oil to light oil. Now, I don't want to feed this directly into here because, as I say, the coal liquefaction process needs heavy oil itself. So I need to make sure that there's enough heavy oil here to continue this process happening. So I'm going to feed this from this buffer here, and then what I'll do is I'll put a pump here with a circuit condition. And what was the minus rate on this? It was about 5,000, wasn't it? Needs 4,200 a minute. So if we tell this to only pump when the heavy oil is greater than 5,000, we know that we can definitely continue doing coal liquefaction for at least a minute here. And then this needs to be a pump as well. It doesn't need to be a pump as well, but you know, it could be a pump. So this pump will always work. This pump will only work when this is more than 5,000. And if this is more than 5,000, they'll both be pumping, and that's all good. Move this over a bit. Alright, and then we also need water in for both of these, and then this needs 13 of these, didn't it? So 1, 2, 13. And then these need power. I could be powering these with substations, I guess. There's enough room in here for substations, but if I do this, will it ignore the ghosts? No, it's plopping them over the ghosts there, you can see. I wanted to know if it would do that, if it would power them. I just want it to be neat, really, and I don't see how I'm going to get around that without... This substation here would power both of those pumps, which is useful, and then I suppose this one can go there, and then that's good enough for the rest. And then this is all light oil, so thankfully that is a simple job of just putting all of this here. And then 13 and 10. Yeah, it's 13 and then 10 of these. That's fine. Light oil into petroleum. Some more water. And then this can be a pump here to move all of the light oil through a pump there like this. Don't need that. And continue. So 10 of these. 1, 2. Perfect. I don't like that. Because now they're not in line with the... it could be in line with this one if I did it like this. Why did that one go there? Bizarre. And that one can go there. And then this is all petroleum. Should the pipes be tied to an axis in the same way that the belts are, right? Like when the belts do this, you can't go up and down. With the pipes, you can, despite that not making... Oh no, it would make sense, I suppose. Pipes can curve in a different way than belts can. Yeah, ignore me, I'm just being silly. I'm full of cottage pie. That's what it is. Haha. Let's bunk some pumps in. Put a pump there. To input the things alright. Should we have some buffers for some of this stuff? So like maybe some light oil buffer here. Is that necessary? We only care about the petroleum out. So if everything's working, it's all working more than well enough. We should have see all minuses here. Oh, we're making a net rate of light oil. How's that happened? Did I miscount this? 10. How has that happened? Interesting. Is that now correct? Still got a huge net rate of... What on earth? I thought I did my math here. What did I mess up here? 15,000 light oil. Did I not do the recipes properly? No, I did. This only uses 9,900. I don't know how that went wrong. I probably clicked the wrong machine. Alright, fine. Even more of these then. Doesn't really matter. These power poles are not pasting in the way that I thought they would. How many's that now? Well, 2 machines above. 1 machine over. Why is how has this gone so badly? 14 oil refineries, yes. But this is now saying that we're... I don't understand. I don't understand what I've done wrong here. Net rate of 10,000 and almost 11,000 of these. Oh, it was the other way. Was it the other way around? Was it 13? It was 10 and... I've done 13 of these and it was the other way around, wasn't it? Yeah. Net rate of minus 1,000. Yeah. Okay, so then 10 and it was 13 of these ones. Okay. Easy mistake, at least. Still slightly over on light oil. It's because I accidentally cut one more out than I needed to. This is a disaster, isn't it? Can't play the game. It doesn't know how to play the game. Alright, okay. Finally. He's done it. Still too much light oil. God, where would we be with that rate calculator, eh? Where would we be? Hooray, everything's in the minus now, which is what you want. You want everything to be just 1 machine more than what you need. So there's never going to be a backlog because all of the heavy oil is being processed here, or it's going back in, and all of the light oil that comes out of all of this section is going into these, and then all of the petroleum that comes out of there will go into tanks ready for the trains to move them back. Now the question is do I want 2 of these? This will produce 10,000 petroleum per minute. So that's still going to take 5 minutes to fill up a 2-wagon train. If we go into our fluid tab here and look at petroleum and go back a bit for when we had a big buffer, so you can see here that the production is 14,000 while we had a very large buffer of crude oil, and the consumption was 14,000, but now that the crude oil has stopped coming in as regularly as it was, or the buffer has gone, the backlog has gone, the production has gone right down the toilet, but the consumption was 13,000 pretty steadily. There was a bit of a jump here 2 hours ago, probably when I asked it to make a whole bunch more batteries for some reason. So if we're aiming for 14,000, I think is a sensible thing. So 2 of these would definitely be all of the base's petroleum needs. 1 of these obviously would supplement what we're doing here. Let's go with 1, and then we can always double it up. Okay, so now I have to cut the whole thing. It's awkward. Yeah, cut the whole thing. Hello, robots? Cut. Give you the cut command, did I not? Cut the whole thing. Decide where the train station's going. I love how quickly the robots did that. It's amazing. There's no reason why the train station can't just go right here. Just turn around here at the end. Could even come up a bit. I don't see any problem with this. And then if I have this way around, then that puts the petroleum closer to the station, which is correct. The coal can just go up, and then the second row of coal I could just copy and paste this and bung it there, and then all the petroleum. Yeah, this is definitely much better. Definitely. So this is, I just need a bit of extra space for the boilers, for the steam. Mustn't forget the steam. Good lord, what is happening in there? Make sure this is back in the right place as well. Doesn't even really need to be too far away from anything. There's no reason why this can't just be like this. Okay, bring the coal up. This is plenty of space for the boilers. What did we say? 3 boilers. And the steam is in line here. That's in line with the water, so that doesn't make much sense. So this makes more sense. Coal, coal, coal. Steam like this. These have no power, but that's fine. Just bung this there, I suppose. Covers most of it. This doesn't make any sense in it. Does this make any sense in a better place? If it goes up, it powers all of this, and then this isn't connected to this, but does that fix it? Yeah, that looks a bit neater, doesn't it? And then just some water. Right, water fill. I've got water fill now. The smallest space you can put a water pump in is a 3x2 section of water, with water fill at least. You can also kill yourself by putting water directly underneath your feet, which is, you know, funny. Is a 3x2 space. So if I plop this 2x2 space down, it makes a little hole for the water, but the water pump can't go in it. if I then move it up one, so that this was 3 by 2 on the grid, you see, this is now full of water, then a water pump will go exactly there in that one space, like that. I could landfill that back in, of course. The other cool thing that works with water fill in Factorio is that you can cover this with brick and it makes it look like a well. I'll show you that back at the base. So that's everything. That should, in theory, work. Of course, the one thing I've neglected to mention is if it needs heavy oil to run and it outputs heavy oil, how do you get it going? You need to seed it. You need some seed oil. Where's the best place to put these? I could have moved this coal one further down by putting this here like this. And then it would have been nice and neat in there, but I'm not moving it all now. You need to seed it with some heavy oil. Now I have already done that part, but because I haven't got all of the pipes I need, I can actually fudge it by using this pump as a substitute for a pipe. This is not a pipe. So over here, I plopped an assembly machine down, attached here where the heavy oil is, and did the fill heavy oil barrel recipe, which adds the pipe input to the assembly machine, filled it with barrels, empty barrels, and waited for the heavy oil to output me filled heavy oil barrels, so that now when I come here I can do the empty heavy oil barrel recipe, put in my 10 heavy oil barrel seed items, and this will output 500 heavy oil, which will be enough to get things going once I hook this all up to the power and of course fill. Excuse me? Oh, it's because I got rid of this substation. Okay. Oh, it's not rotated the right way. I was like, what's going on? Alright, so that's outputted all of that into there. Outputted. That's an interesting choice of words. All the heavy oil is currently sat in this, which is why this says there's nothing in it, because these pumps also have a capacity of 400. So once I go and get some more pipes and come back... This isn't connected either. What happened here? Oh, it needs to be there like that. Okay. Let me go and get some more pipes, and also think about doubling this up. 302 pipes, 240 undergrounds. What are we missing? 200 and I'm looking down here. 263 pipe, 120 odd. Okay, let's go and quickly get that. I can't cut my... sorry, like, I can't cut and bring you back with how I'm recording this. I wish I could. I wish I could. I'm just one man, you know? I don't have time to do video editing and stuff like that. I'll just press record, and then when I'm done, I'll press stop record. Except I can't even actually do that because I record my whole screen. I will at least ride a train back. I could have ridden a train home, in fact, because I brought a train and rocket fuel with me because I honestly thought I had everything. And then I forgot to make sure I had enough pipe. Here come all the logistics bots to empty all of that wood that we removed. Except I can run faster than them now. Ha ha ha! Gutted. Where is all the pipe? There it is. That's more than enough, definitely now. Alright. I don't think I've ever demonstrated this with a train, actually, so this is also a good excuse. If you're in a train, and I put some fuel in it, empty barrel cannot be used as fuel. That was a misclick. Yeah, don't crash into me. If you're in a train, you can hold control and then click on some track, and the train will move to that point on the track. It will give itself a temporary stop to go there. And this is a very fast moving train because it's not pulling anything and it's now powered with rocket fuel. So look at it go. Nice, leave that there. Fly, my pretties. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need this. I will need that. Don't need this. Don't need this. We'll need this. We'll need this. Don't need these on the ends here. I hear fluid moving. It's working. Anakin Skywalker style. It's working. You've ever watched that film? You've watched that film? Star Wars? You ever watched that? Okay, and then we just need some water for these processes here. I'm actually going to put them on the other side, so I will need these. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. So these won't... Oh no, these are going to do something because this process outputs light oil and petroleum as well, but this is currently just going to be filling up and then going back through the system. But in the time it takes us to sort this out, so we also want some of the petroleum. Let's just grab it from this one. The petroleum that we make output here can join this system here. And then a station anywhere, doesn't matter. There. I want a 2-carriage train. Let me just back you up a bit here. Right, this station is called Coal Liquefaction Petroleum Out. I had caps lock on. Out. I turned caps lock off, but then neglected to hold shift. Out. Alright. Go to coal liquefaction out until full cargo. Play. So that's how I know that it's lined up. And then I will do, I don't know. Let's do 2 pumps for each, shall we? It's possible I've overscaled this, so... Oh, that's annoying. Alright, let's do 1 pump for each. 1 pump is more than enough to fill a train. Like, it's so quick, you really don't need to worry about it. I was more wondering how many of these I could daisy chain in a row. Let's go with 6. Petroleum has entered the tanks. Why have you stopped? Output full. I didn't hook the light oil up. Oh, that's annoying. I could have moved this. I'm going to have to do the same thing here now. This one at least lines up with this. I didn't hook the light oil up, the output of light oil to the input of light oil processing. There we go. Cool. And you, of course, need power. That's overkill. Just do that. Let's pop a radar down here just because we can, even though I think I put one... Yeah, I put one in there anyway. Don't need that. That's irrelevant. Right. You're already 7,000 each. It's good. I like it. I was going to say I like it so much I'll immediately double it up, but I don't have enough oil refineries on me. We'll leave this for now. Let's quickly build the station. Where's the station going to go? You're on automatic. As I say, I think the easiest thing at this point is to... I held control there. Is to just have a quick little lay-by here where it outputs into a pipe that just joins the main petroleum line. I honestly do think that's the best way to go. Right, we'll turn you to manual just so I can very quickly go over here and do this. Oh, except it's left-hand drive, so... it would have to come from this side and then join here. So it would have to cut across a lane, but I think that's okay. I think I can do that without crashing everything. Yeah, it's ugly. It's not that ugly. It's quite compact, I suppose. Speaking of compact, somebody asked me for a compact red inserter build, which I have to say was a confusing request, because red inserters, but you know. No! Manual, please. Red inserters? Why do you need your red inserters to be compact? It's bizarre. I'm going to put this here like that. There we go. And then go around the roboports. That's a bit too far. There we go. And then just rejoin the traffic here. Okay. Signalling now needs to be redone. That shouldn't cause a crash. So a chain signal on the way in, another chain signal at any intersection, rail signals on the way out. Chain signal in, rail signal on the way out. If this, I know I went through this at length before, if this were a normal rail signal, there's a chance that it passes this one but stops here, which causes this train to stop here because it can't go this way, and then nothing ever moves any further than that. So this should be more than enough. And then the way back is the same deal. So we can get rid of this one now, which is very close to this set anyway, so we'll make you a chain signal, and you need to be a chain signal, but then you can be a rail signal. Right, okay. And then you need to back up slightly. There we go, and go to... Whoops! Ah, buttons. No, and go to... here. I'm just controlling the train with WASD, W to go forwards, S to go backwards, and A and D to turn left or right in the direction of travel, as if you were in the train. So obviously here, if you're looking this way, you are turning right, so you hold D. If you're using WASD anyway, if you're using ESDF, then you are a person of culture, and I salute you. Right, this is coal liquefaction to petroleum in. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's in. Into the base. It's coming into the base. That's my system. In until empty. Go. And then we will have 2 pumps. Like this. My phone is blowing up. It's just notifications from mobile games. Here to here. This is all. I'm just all doing all the simple stuff currently. 4 tanks, because why not? They don't empty as fast, do they? They would probably empty faster if I did this. Okay, and then just a pump on this side, and then we'll run a pipe. No, it's fine. No, it's fine again. He's done it. Oh, close. Okay, and then that's the bus, where the bus starts, and then this just goes here, and then you can go either way depending on where things are needed. Huzzah! Solved. Problem solved forever. Except no, this doesn't work because I've put pumps that only face one direction in the bus. Alright, new plan. New plan. Still roughly the same thing. It's just got to go to the oil processing centre first. It's just got to go this way. That means my substation is one space further to the right than it needs to be. It just needs to go this way. How dare you? How dare you again? Just walk on the tracks, it's fine. It's not going that far, as you can see. And in fact, once I get rid of this and replace this with a water fill, it will be even neater. Oh, this is a hack, isn't it? This is a hacky build. Alright, now the problem is solved forever. Look at this one already filling up here. Look at the plastic output suddenly skyrocketing. Look at that. Plastic. Boom. 600, almost 700 a minute, up to 2,000 a minute. It is already full. It's already more than enough now. Do I need 2 lanes of plastic here? Is this the point where I now do 2 lanes of plastic? I don't know. I don't know. Right. Compact red inserter setup. I don't know if I understand the question, to be honest with you. You said red inserters, but my mind immediately went to red circuits. You can make... I'll do red inserters, because that was your question. But if you come back to me and say I didn't mean inserters, I meant circuits, then I fully understand that. And I will cover that for you next time. Let me just get into some space. Obviously, the most compact way to do it is to use the logistics thing. If you haven't got logistics, then, of course, you need iron plates, iron gear wheels, inserters, and inserters need iron plates, iron gear wheels, electronic circuits. So, providing all of that is on the bus, then you just need one machine making iron gear wheels, and then one machine each like this. So this machine makes gear wheels. The gear wheels go into both of these. One into inserters, one into long-handed inserters. The yellow inserters go into here, but then this also needs iron as well. So the best thing to do in this case would probably be to use a red belt across like this, and have the iron plates go in like this, and that should in theory be all done by one power pole. Look at that. So iron comes in here, the plates go in here, the plates go in there to make gear wheels. The gear wheels go here and here. This one is just extra, just in case your inserter capacity isn't enough. Plates go in there. Then you just need one for circuits, but neither of these, even at the yellow belt, is going to be more than half. Oh, yes it is. Look at that. That's a lot of... Oh, no. I was going to say that's a lot of iron, but the assembler for the iron gear wheels is vastly overscaled. It's not going to need to run at full capacity at all. It can make 100... the green inserter at least can make 150. Wait. No, wait. What's going on here? Oh no, it's not enough. It's not enough. Depends on how quickly you need them. Let me just cut this. I say that, but it was actually in a totally acceptable space for this demonstration. But oh look, here's a good place for it, where the old mall was and I never tidied this up. That's funny. Oh god, what a mess. So look, there's half a belt of circuits coming in here already. So if you merge that with half a belt of iron, and put that in a non-stupid place, of course. Is it making them as quickly as is humanly possible? Probably not. Is it very small and compact? Yes. You could probably do better than that. One could probably do better than that. You don't need to make them as fast as humanly possible. You can see that the iron gear wheels are definitely underscaled for this. This is not always keeping up, but you can still see quite how quickly it is working. You could even put a long-handed inserter there to put those into a chest like this, and another one there for your buffer of regular inserters, if you're at that stage in the game. And a space for a light. How's that? Is that alright for you? Cool. Thank you so much for watching. That was coal liquefaction. That should have solved the petroleum problems. This train is... Did I put it back to automatic? I did. There we go. It's emptying very quickly. These petroleums are backing up, even though it's being also pumped down here. It's fine. If I knew I was pumping it directly from here to here and not directly into the bus, I probably wouldn't have bothered with these. But it's good to have the buffer. It's good to have the buffer. Sulphur's back. Let's turn science on as well while we're here. Let's research spidertrons. Maybe I'll cover spidertrons next time. Except I need to do rocket control units first, so maybe I won't do that. And I'll just tidy this up while I finish my spiel. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please let me know with a like or a comment. And if you want to see more Factorio Overexplained, be sure to subscribe. One other small item of housekeeping, I guess, before I disappear forever, is is that we're actually getting to the end of this. You know, I hate to say it, but it's almost the end. You know, we only need rocket control units, and then we can start launching rockets. And then the question becomes, what exactly? I'm going to upgrade these to green assemblers so that they make the circuits fast enough, because I feel like that was a problem. The question is what are we doing next? So please let me know how you feel. I had somebody say that they'd like to see a playthrough just a bit more talky focused. Not talky focused, like the exact opposite of that actually, is not over-explained, just a playthrough. Just do a playthrough. And I'm all for that. Where I just talk about inane stuff instead, if that's your bag, if that's your jam, I'm all for that. If you just are like, no, thanks very much, I'm off now, that's also fine. Just let me know if you're enjoying the whole Factorio thing, if you want me to reposition myself as a Factorio streamer and just always have a series on the go, like Tuplex or God forbid Neelaus. No, I love Neelaus. I do love Neelaus. I do love a bit of Neelaus, but you know, I wouldn't dare to try and take him on as a content creator, especially in the Factorio space. But you know, if that's what you feel like you would enjoy, then please let me know. I just get your feedback. Basically, just be nice to get your feedback. The base is very Neelaus, isn't it? It is. But he's played the game for so long that he has developed basically optimal strategies. So, yes, thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.